my I want to introduce you to my wonderful guest, Gucci Westman. Gucci, hi. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me. It's really awesome what you're doing and uplifting.
Thank you. I'm
I
really
love high vibes.
Thank you. Well, you have them. That's why I asked you to be on. I don't ask everybody, but I like to first start off by like introducing my guest. Obviously, you guys know that Gucci's like this super famous makeup artist, and she like. Okay, so the reason I had Gucci on, I always say like the reason I had someone on, because like not everyone gets picked to be on, is that Gucci is somebody who I would say is high vibe. She's not like bouncing off the walls like me. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of high vibe people. She's like, I met her a long time ago. I used to, when I worked at Women's Wear Daily, I used to like beg to get her. And Natalie Massenet, who started Net-a-Porter, was the first person to use her at Women's Wear Daily. And I was like really jealous. And then I used her for one of my first editorials when I was at Details. And she's just like, she has an incredible technique. She has been doing this for a long time, even though she may have only been famous for like a part of that time or whatever, but she's always been really, really good. And she is so focused and so professional. And I have a huge admiration for you, but I also think that you have like a really just very chill way about you. And obviously lots of people like to have your energy around. A lot of people don't know that, the makeup artist plays like a huge role in photo shoots, not only because they do such a great job, but they're like really the person like in that person's face. You know what I mean? So if they don't have,
I used to be in people's face.
no, don't you do you do any, well, no, but what I'm trying to say is that people like you. And I think that you give such a good vibe that when the person gets on set, I think that's what I was trying to say, is that when they get on set, usually the last person they've seen is you or the hair person. And when they come out is a product of what was going on back there.
Oh, that's so nice. I mean, it is a little bit of a dance, and you have to really assess what type of dancing shoes to wear, depending on who you're working with and depending on, is that Stefan Beckman? What's up?
Stefan Beckman, I know! He's a major. He does all the set designs for Marc Jacobs, and he's so major.
Oh God, incredible! Oh, all of these nice people. That's so cool. You're watching. Hi, Claire. Hi, everyone.
I know. Everyone's gonna. The thing is that everyone wants to say hi, and then it's like so hard to like talk to you. But hi, Stefan. Isn't he cute? So handsome.
He's the cutest.
Yeah.
My light just went out. Great. Anyways, I do feel like there is so much of kind of like you never know who you're working with and what they need and what you can sort of offer in terms of space or more, you just, it's kind of like intuition and common sense and just being sensitive, I think, to who you're with, what you're doing. And then there are times when you know the person really well. And wait, Tracy, I want to also congratulate you on your wedding. You looked like the most beautiful bride I've ever seen in my life. I was like,
oh, that's thanks to
so happy
from Oscar de la Renta. That's why thank you so much. I know we knew each other way back when we were both single. Yeah. And you got married and found your hot husband really early. And I
know my husband's super hot. I'm so lucky. I don't know.
He's cute.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to say that because, like, I mean, you are married, so I can just say that.
He's super cute.
But thank you for saying that. I'm really happy. But so yeah, I asked Gucci to be on because all these reasons, and like she said that when obviously she's beloved by many celebrities, and I think that only happens when two things happen: when the celebrity does it, when a makeup artist does an amazing job and makes them look incredible, but also when they feel good coming out of Gucci's chair or the hair, from the beauty lounge. And so I think that what you're talking about is like reading the language of that person or whatever. Like this is kind of what makes you what I'm talking about, high vibe. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be Zen. It just has to be like, you going with, there's something about you. And so I'm going to begin to dissect what that is as we're talking so we can extract the high vibe. So
I mean, it's really interesting because sometimes people, it feels like they always across the board, they want to sense a certain element of confidence. And I think, when you're working with a certain caliber of a team, then there's less kind of doubt and question, and there's more sort of trust, and they will oftentimes let you do things, you know, that
They
maybe
have to
they
trust you.
wouldn't have accepted in every instance, you know? So yeah.
So I wanted, now that I've introduced you and you know, not only about you and your, oh, I also, yes, you're also high vibe because you started this makeup company, and that takes like so much guts and a lot of dedication. And, you know, you're a mom and you're juggling all these things. And so I don't know, I'm kind of interested in all of it. So Gucci, can you like maybe, you know, my question to you would be like, you know, how did you like get high vibe, so to speak? Like, were you always like this as a kid? Like kind of, like maybe describe a little bit of your high vibeness, and you can also like talk to me in terms of your career. Cause I also think that to get to your stage in your career, you have to be either confident or zen, go with the flow. A lot of these like techniques of kind of really looking at yourself and how you are in order to get where you want to be. And our business is tricky that way. So
Yeah.
like, what were you like as a kid? Were you
Like a kid, well, I we lived. My parents are really into Eastern philosophy, so we lived in an ashram when I was really young, and which is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny because for me, you know, our brand. If I'm going to fast forward to just our brand, and then I can recap. You know, the philosophy of being clean and eating well and knowing which ingredients are being used in your food, and what actually how food makes you feel, and being in tune with that. That's always been a part of my life. And my parents used to make their own cheese. They used to make their own butter. They used to get the milk from the farmer up the road, and everything was homemade. There was absolutely no refined sugar in our house anywhere to be seen.
Wow.
I did rebel for a moment, but it's like I had to get that out of I've never had meat. I also stopped eating fish because I just felt like I couldn't eat fish anymore. But it's kind of not a trend. It's really, I've transferred that philosophy into our brand because it really is a lifestyle brand. And I think in terms of how my career has unfolded, I've always loved women and making them feel empowered and beautiful and respecting their essence, and at the same time finding something that possibly they haven't seen about themselves, or they haven't seen themselves in a certain way, and being able to extract that gently, and you know, give them this sense of newness, you know, just it's not a transformation, but it's an amplification that I always have really loved, you know, kind of when it comes to especially skin, you know, keeping the skin so it looks like beautiful skin instead of beautiful foundation. I really try to work on the skin that way.
I have a question, because, you know, a lot of times going into a celebrity situation, and I've said this before, that celebrities are like the hardest, I think, fashion. I mean, Gucci, you've done like tons of models, and I don't want to discount your huge editorial career apart from celebrities, but you know, with celebrities, a lot of times they come in and they may think something is their best feature, for example, or like, I look good. Oh, I want my makeup done this way, even though they get into someone's chair like Gucci and they're really well established, or me and my, you know, the motorhome or whatever. How do you get someone to maybe try something a little different? Because I think what you're saying is like you can see what they might look more beautiful doing, but it's not always easy to get them to do that without them feeling insecure. Like, how do you?
Yeah, I think it really comes from the vibe, you know, that you bring, and the level of confidence, and it's an idea that has been discussed, and it's, you know, amongst many people, the stylist, the photographer, the hair, the makeup, all kind of come together, and usually there's kind of prep involved, and it's obviously never we're doing this and that's it. I feel like it's not a black and white scenario. It's more a kind of, this is an idea we have and we want to try this, and it usually, I would say 9 times out of 10 they're pretty open. You know, the people that I've worked with, pretty open.
So Gucci, let's go back to like your childhood and growing up on the ashram and stuff. And if people don't really know what an ashram is, like, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, so we lived in a Kundalini ashram, and it's you know, based on a Kundalini practice, which is
Of yoga.
a derivative of
Yoga practice.
Hinduism, and it's yoga, and it's yeah, it's just very sort of mindful. And but Kundalini is a very specific direction within the yoga kind of practice, yoga world. So we lived there. We were, you know, all vegetarian and
Wow.
and got sort of ashram names. And yeah, it was interesting because when I was 10, we moved to Sweden, and my ashram name was Guru Charan, which means, I know it's crazy, but it means he who sits at the lotus feet of the guru. And it's so funny. So I was like, could I not even get like a she? You know, it was like a he. So, but very early on, I got a nickname, and it was Gu and Gucci and Guru, and my parents' friend actually named his daughter Googie, but he was called Gucci when he was little, so he started calling me Gucci, and then it just kind of like it stuck, and that's what I've always been called. And,
oh my God, I have no idea.
Yeah, so we legally changed my name when I was 10 to Gucci.
Wow, my friend Jen, my sorority sister, just said so cool. That is so cool, because like when I first met you, I didn't know how you got the name Gucci. I just thought maybe your parents were really into fashion.
Yeah, no, but I've always had a real love for and a passion for product development and product in general. And I just wanted to, you know, this journey, everything has led up to this moment, and really creating this brand that I am so invested in, I'm so proud of. And you know, it's a lot of hard work, and especially when you're trying to make things with using alternative resources, which are, it's more complicated. You know, the labs aren't familiar with using them like they are with other traditional ingredients. So you get a lot of pushback and like, oh, you know, but I think people will be heading more in that direction. I think we have to take care of each other. You know, what we should be able to trust that what we put in and on our bodies is safe. At this point, we need to have some TLC. We need to not worry about everything. There's got to be some element of, you know, some kind of relief at some point.
So, did you, by the way, I have two.
Thank you, Marie. I love you. Marie Griffin. Oh, you have the sticks?
Yeah.
What do you have there?
Well, I want to get to these later. I have the glow stick,
Lit?
and then I have lit up highlight stick, and I've got, because
I'm wearing it.
Huh?
I'm wearing it.
I know you. And then I didn't put mine on because I wanted you to help me put them on later.
Yeah.
And then I have doo-doo in this one.
So cute.
So we're going to learn how to put these on later after we get through a little bit of like the business and the spirit talk. So Gucci, do you have like any, I mean, I don't know, we can talk about, so I mean, I want to talk about how you launched Westman Atelier, because now it seems to make sense, like your kind of natural vibe, wanting to do something natural, which I think a lot of people don't even know they're natural. And actually, frankly, I didn't really know that they were so natural either. But okay, so let's talk about that. Like during your whole process by being a makeup artist, did you know that you always wanted to have your own product and bring a natural aspect? I mean,
when I was working with Lancome, I was their global artistic director for 5 years. And I spent so much time, so much face time with the chemist in the labs, and I had so much fun, and it was so exciting to see the real process and be so hands-on and so a part of it. I loved that experience so much. It was just too much travel, you know, once I started to have kids and things. And I was always very, you know, involved, and I'm passionate about it. And then when I started with Revlon, I did, you know, kind of encourage them to do a green line for Revlon. you know, that I thought would be really amazing and do it. We were going to launch with Barney's, and it was very close to happening, but it was just maybe a little bit too ahead of its time. And I knew that I needed to do my own brand when I was completely free from everything else. I wouldn't have the time or resources to do that as a side gig. I needed to be contract free so I could fully focus on my own line.
Why is the person making? Oh, okay. That's so interesting. Someone brought up a good point about the fact that the words are on you and not on me.
Oh,
How about that?
Is it better if I move over?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Because that happened the other day, and I just don't know where to sit. Maybe someone can tell us what.
Yeah, I think you look. I think I can see you perfectly. Maybe if your head was a little higher, so the words can go on under here. No,
forehead higher. It's fine. That's good. Thank you, Shelby.
Yes, it's better. Oh, did Shelby? Oh my God, that's what.
Thanks for the feedback, you guys. It's not easy to know, and I'm not a pro at this by any means. I'm like,
no, you're
figuring it out.
The other thing about Gucci is that she's so like, you're very modest. You're like insanely modest. Like you're, you know, and I'm trying not to embarrass you too much by saying what a rad makeup artist you are, but like way before she was famous, man, she was like doing all the amazing editorials, and like the skin and the glow, I would say like is a little bit your signature, was always your signature. You'd always be like, God, Gucci's like makes people look like they don't, I mean, whether they had makeup on or not, there was just like, you know, like a seamless, I don't need to explain it. It's, you know, it's, you have a way, an artistic way about you. Did you like, so I'm hearing about this green, you know, you always had this idea to be like green. You were really far along, maybe with Lancome and all that before. And you seem to have this healthy lifestyle. You don't eat.
Now I've been a little less healthy during this quarantine situation. I don't know if anyone else can feel me on that.
But I've been doing Oreos. I'm doing full-on Oreos.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That I've not gone that far. I don't really, sugar's not really my thing. I do like dark chocolate. I just can't sleep if I have sugar. It's once in a while. I mean, my daughter just very sweetly made me some cookies and tea just that she brought upstairs, but they have to be pretty healthy for me to eat like sweets. But I haven't been as healthy as I normally am in terms of I'm having more pasta. And I replaced, like, I usually don't eat dairy, but I started eating, instead of fish, I'm having some halloumi, you know, like salad with halloumi. And
it's a little, it's kind of,
oh, you're drinking way too much wine. Tell me about it. I know. It's like, well, it's okay. We have to be gentle on ourselves, I think. And just, you know, just know that we have to get through this and just be kind to ourselves. But so, back to your point, if I always wanted to do this, so I did, I've always been super, super obsessed with women and making them feel good and look good and giving them a little boost, especially now. I'm noticing more than ever how much power makeup can have, you know, in terms of giving you that little extra feeling. Like I have the biggest spot right here.
Okay.
That it sucks. I mean, it's been here for like a week. I'm about to.
I heard people are getting a lot of acne. And maybe you can. I think when we talk about the products, we'll address that more because your products are so. Anyways, yeah, I heard people are getting acne though from being inside, I guess.
Well, I have rosacea, but this one is not related to that. This is just like super annoying. So, anyways, makeup can make you really feel good, and I'm wearing more makeup during this quarantine than I ever do at home when I'm working and having physical meetings with people or going out. And I mean, at night, I do like to dress up, and I do like how it makes you feel slightly like you're doing something different. It's like a transition, and it changes the energy. And I think that that's important, that we are able, and we're so lucky. We have makeup as a tool and can use it, you know, in different ways and be playful and have a little humor with it. But I think that I really wanted to create a clean line, which I started off trying to make an organic line, and I did that for about 8 months, and that really was a disaster because I'm so familiar with really the performance and the most beautiful formulations. So I was never going to be satisfied with, hi, Anne. Hi, Anne. I was never going to be satisfied with that kind of, you know, mediocre performance. And so I kept getting so disappointed when I saw all of the, you know, when I kept sending back all of the submissions, and I would just be like, okay, this, we sat down together with the chemist and I said, okay, this is not the direction I can take. I have to have a very clear and a really amazing blacklist, and I want you guys to make these products.
Like,
a blacklist is well, it's a list of ingredients you don't allow in your products.
Oh, okay.
And so ours is 5 or 6 pages long, and because under each name of a chemical, it can be multiple things. So you have to look out for thousands of things within one name, one category sort of. But we've hired really incredible people. We have a chemist, an in-house chemist now, and we also work with a green chemist, and she vets all of our ingredient listings, and she's always working on evolving our blacklist. So we've also evolved our blacklist since we launched in 2018. We've evolved it, you know, several times, because as we learn new information, we have to move with that information. So we are, you know, as clean as we can be today without sacrificing the performance. And when we started our line, the whole entire focus was on the ingredients being as beautiful and as active and as safe as possible. And I also really wanted to include this skincare story, and because I have rosacea, and I guess everything bad brings something good.
No, I'm totally, I want to hear about this, because I had, like, you know, I mean, I think they're just like such great colors, and I don't know if people would even know it helps your skin. So
the foundation, we included active ingredients, and they're always at efficacy levels, our ingredients. So we included them at efficacy levels, which our labs were super surprised about. They were like, are you sure you want to do that? It's so expensive, and you know, no brands really do that, and it's very common to use ingredients at marketing levels. And I was like, no, I want
efficacy? So efficacy level.
So efficacy means that you include the highest amount of the ingredient that you possibly can legally and without disrupting the performance or the formula. So as opposed to just including a drop where you can say that you included that ingredient. So I really wanted something that was going to work to soothe and calm the health of my skin, the inflammation, and lock in long-term moisture. So I have phytophingosine, I have vegetable dry squalene for long-term moisture. Camellia oil is fantastic for anti-pollution. We don't have any silicones. We have really wonderful ingredients, and I was super adamant about not having silicones. But I still wanted this beautiful performance, which the labs were like, oh my God, she's driving us crazy. But at the end of the day, I think they were kind of, you know, grateful to have achieved such a nice, beautiful product. And I was super pushy, but I have to be, otherwise there's not going to be a change. I've got to, and I go in there myself. I work with them all myself. I do all of the color approvals myself. I do all of that myself. So it's like I take it so seriously, and I'm so passionate. So and I really want people to love these products, and I wanted them to be super edited and curated and make your day better. And you know,
so what kind of things would you you know, recommend? Like, it's funny because I really wasn't wearing any makeup, and I started to do these lives, and literally, so I got married last summer, but I didn't ever fully move into Craig's house. We were like back and forth to New York, and like literally these are the only 2 products that I had in my bag. And so when I started doing these lives, I'm like, I'm just going to put these on. And I started to realize, like, after the day after I got finished doing it, I felt so much better. And I know, so like, how do people, like, what would you recommend for people to have like that kind of Gucci signature glow during this time when they're just at home and they might feel better wearing makeup? And I also think that the fact that your products are natural make us feel better, because if you're inside all day, which I tend to feel like is going to mess up your skin, maybe wearing these is like, you can look good, but it's also good for your skin at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, wait, someone's asking if they can find the products in London. Yes, you can, at Alex Eagle, and also Net-a-Porter is in London as well. So
online.
Yeah, online.
I know there's tons of other questions coming in, guys. Also, we're going to get to a Q&A in just a few minutes, and I can also go back and see your questions, so I know Gucci can pick some out. And Gucci, I'll tell you how to scroll through the questions too and wait.
Oh, you're so good at this. Okay, so that's what I like, when you can give yourself a little pick-me-up. You know, it's almost like your skin had a little like perk, like if you have a little bit of a chocolate in the afternoon or a coffee or something like that.
Yeah.
It's
What do we do? Do you have products there that you can show us, or we can use?
Yeah, do you mind if I get them really quick?
No,
sorry, they're just right here.
I want to see. Guys, Gucci's gonna go and get her makeup now. Hi, Jordana. I'm so excited you're here. Guys, I'm gonna go back through the questions. We're gonna answer some, and I'm so excited because how are you dealing with it? Anyways, yeah, gosh. Gucci's gonna go. We're waiting for Gucci to come back. She's in her, I know, Jordana, how excited are we? I'm so excited. I'm literally holding my products, and I'm gonna ask Gucci myself how to put these on. Okay, because I think that they're so easy, like, to not mess up on, but I'm sure that there's a better way that I do it. But one of the reasons, like, why I love her products is that you can do a lot with like your fingers. If you look at her on Instagram, she shows you how to apply them yourself. And you're welcome for this. I know, I'm so excited. Gucci, okay, everyone is so excited to see you apply some stuff. And I said, wait, I need to get in line, because I wanted, what I was saying about your products is that they're so, you cannot really screw up using these products, because they have such a beautiful like build, and they never like do anything. But let's see what you recommend. I want to see, like, how do you get like a Gucci glow during the day? I'm doing like lockdown, and I want to just like feel amazing around the house.
Yeah, well, I developed sort of this beginning, the first lineup of products that we launched with. It was kind of considered in my mind like a complexion system. So it's like it wouldn't be overwhelming amounts of choice, but you would have joyful options, you know, because it's fun to sort of switch it up once in a while. And like, I don't always want to wear, you know, pink cheeks. Maybe I want to wear a nudie peach cheek one day, you know, and especially now I'm just constantly playing around. Yeah. But and over the years, as you very kindly said about the skin that I like for when I do makeup, it used to actually bother me when journalists would call and say, oh, you're really known for this natural skin. I'd be like, oh, no, just kidding. I used to be like,
they don't understand how long it takes to make that on somebody. Is that what you're saying? Because like,
no, I'm saying that I can do so many more things than just natural skin. So I used to be like, yes, here we go on the skin again. And so that used to bother me slightly, but then I thought, you know what, instead of letting that bother me, I'm just gonna harness it. And really, everybody loves, you know, like the skin on Jennifer's skin, you know, and how I like really enhance it, and I take all of her tones and I just amplify them. And it's the same, you know, with all those girls that I work with. I kind of really see them as like, this is how everyone wants to look. You know, you want to just look like an amplified version of yourself. Like, you want to feel cute, you want to feel glowy, you want to feel healthy. Yeah. And, you know,
I love the words that you're using. Like, this is like high vibe words, like amplifying. I don't know. That's like a high vibe. Just amplify. It's like when you said when you eat a piece of chocolate, like you're feeling good, and it feels like
your endorphins get going, and you just feel like, oh, I feel better. But so that's how. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Oh, well, this is how, like, for example, this super loaded tinted highlight, this color is Peau de Pêche, and I use one of these every day for sure, because that gives you this nice kind of, it gives you contour, it gives you warmth, and it gives you luminosity, which
is that how you start out? Like,
no, I start out with foundation, depending on how my skin is. Sometimes I start, now I'm really close, well, sometimes I start with But you, well, no, you guys, if you could see me underneath this though, I was like talking to my friend before on FaceTime, and I was like, damn, I need to take care of some of these like rednesses. But it's easy. So I start off with, you know, I use usually 2 of the Vital Skin foundation because I like to use one as a concealer and one as a foundation. I use my brush usually, but, or you can do kind of like finger. And then I just kind of like, I don't usually give myself a full-on foundation face. I like to just kind of use a foundation where I need it. And I have it on all over now. So,
and like Gucci said before, I have heard you say that you have rosacea, and that's why I think also your products are so amazing, because a lot of people do have problems with redness and spots and things, even though they don't have total rosacea. So, what do you recommend for oily skin? Oh God, let's go back to, wait, I want to see your makeup first, and then I'm going to scroll down this question.
Okay. Well, I don't have everything here, but because I, you know, didn't want to take up all the time. And so basically this brush is the blender brush, and it finds your cheek. So it hugs your cheek, and you just like go poof. I wanted it to be super easy and intuitive for girls, and not be like, oh, this is so complicated and daunting, and I don't know. But it's so easy, you can't really mess it up. Like you said, you can't mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I do, you know, my little, see, you just give a really nice frame to yourself, you know? So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your lip, right? So
I'm so glad that your Westman Atelier is writing in to help us out with your questions. Yeah, let me look.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing it. How did you just? So I'm going like this.
Yeah, and I just kind of dab it on gently where I want to catch the light. Obviously, I'm not going to do it right here.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do it right here.
Mm-hmm. Guys, I'm putting.
But you can put a little bit on, you know, you can put it on your lips. It's very pretty on your lips because it has a really nice, elegant, glassy finish.
Uh-huh. Guys, when you're feeling this stuff, it feels so good. Well, we're going to have to get to the questions in a minute because people are just loading up. Okay, guys, look at me. I can already, do you see this? Like,
and I think it's a really sophisticated luminosity. It's not like an opaque, you know, it kind of just celebrates your skin, and it makes you look like you have, you know, like squeaky clean skin. Like you're so glowy.
Do you see what I mean? Look at this. It's not kid stuff. Like, you guys, I've gone to Urban Outfitters too and tried on some of that stuff. And I'm telling you, this is not that. This is grown up, and the packaging is so nice too. Listen.
Thank you. We tried. We are still trying every day.
Also, could you maybe show us, I feel like this has been, a lot of people ask me, like, Tracy, what do you use on like your, you know, I've done a few little videos, like, how do you use this product?
So that's doo-doo. So I like doo-doo really to give you like a nice rosy flush, because your skin looks so ethereal and pretty, Tracy. So I would put it a little bit higher up, a tiny bit higher up.
Do I do it like this, or do I put it on my finger?
Well, you can put it on your finger, or you can do it from the stick. We also just came out with a really cute little baby blender brush. And then you can kind of just dab it, and you can either go more in that kind of direction. It's more like,
that's what I normally do.
Yeah. So that gives you more contour. Look. Or you can give yourself more of a flush, which would be more of a horizontal kind of oval. And that would make it feel more like a flush, and then you could do your contour, you know, later.
I didn't know if I could do flush because I didn't know if I was too old for that.
What? You look so young and beautiful. What are you talking about?
Look, guys, this is what it does. Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah, really pretty. Super pretty on your skin. You can also put on your lips and your eyelids.
I already did, like, on your eyelids too. Guys, I mean, I can't even talk to you. So let's, God, should we open it up to Q&A? I mean, Gucci, what do you want to do? You wanted to talk, there was also something about your skin, your products in regards to anti-aging that we wanted to talk about, right? Or something that makes hydrates your skin right now.
Oh, well, we include vegetable-derived squalene in our Vital Skin Foundation to lock in long-term moisture, because I never like when I'm wearing foundation and then a few hours later it looks cakey and dry and like not fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to wear foundation every day, so I wanted it to be something that was gonna not only color my skin and cover my skin, I wanted it to actually help heal my skin.
So
And
I think
so
that's another thing that
the whole philosophy behind our brand.
I think that's why people can wear your stuff safely also during quarantine, when you're not like, it actually makes you feel good and look good, and it's also helping your skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're inside, like, do you think being inside makes our skin more bad? What's it?
Well, yeah, we need vitamin D. We need oxygen. We need, you know, we need love.
Let's go to Q&A.
And it's Earth Day.
Let's give the people watching some love, because they've been writing in questions like there's no tomorrow. Let's see. Shell had this is not about makeup, but Shell had a question. Shell had a question. What's been your guiding North Star?
My gut.
Wow.
My gut has always led me. I've had like many different, I think, chapters in my career.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's such a good piece of advice.
Well, I always was, I didn't want to waste time, and I thought either I would do something with translating. I speak a few languages, and so then I wanted to go on to do this makeup course in Paris, and I thought, well, if I suck at makeup, at least it's in French, so I wouldn't have wasted my time. And I just wanted to have full, like full experiences and not half-assed kind of. And I remember our teacher in Paris, she said that it wasn't really a profession for females who you know, is more kind of a world that was, I don't know how to say this and not sound bad, but she said it. She basically was like, if you're a girl, you're not going to succeed. And I was like, really? What? And so I just had that she put a little fire in my belly, which adversity is good, man. I think adversity is so important to have something where it feels like it's not going to be easy. It's not easy. Nothing. I don't think it'd be fun if anything was easy. I mean, but it's been different chapters, and it was each one was so kind of educational and so incredible. So I would never trade any of them, but I am exactly where I should be with our brand now. Wow. This is what I want to make the best products possible. And
they are. Someone has a question. Thank you for that. That was a great answer. And I think that trusting your gut, sometimes it like, I don't know, trusting your gut every time is something that's just a good with advice in general.
Career, I've always been really good with trusting my gut. I'm a Libra, so I'm a little bit like, when it comes to personal like choices, should I do that or that? I'm a little like, but not with my career.
Wow.
Like career, I just am like pretty focused.
And that's what I think gives you the confidence, which helps. Okay. Joanna Jimlo says, hello, Gucci. What do you recommend for oily skin?
Oily skin in terms of, well, I think the oily skin has to be treated in multiple facets. It should be considered that maybe the pH levels are off. I'm not a dermatologist, so I'm you know, but I don't want to give the wrong advice, you know, but sometimes the pH levels can be off and your skin can overproduce oil because it's like starving for oil. If you're using skincare for oily skin, it may not be enough and it might be stripping it of those natural oils. So I would start with actually assessing from that part and then look at your makeup routine.
Can I ask you a question? Because maybe this person meant to ask, like, are your products safe for oily skin?
Yeah. I mean, of course.
See, that's where I was going with it. Because you know what? A lot of makeup is brown. I've had oily skin my whole life. I had so many zits when I was young. Like, you can't, a lot of makeup is clogging, but her makeup is so natural that you can, I'm just going to, you know, because maybe that was what they intended with the question.
Yeah. No, I think, like, yeah, I used to get so many spots when I wore foundation with like silicone because I just felt like my pores were suffocating. And someone said having oily skin is a blessing. You're so right.
Yeah.
It really is, because you just won't get so many wrinkles.
Bato, I don't know how to pronounce your name. What color do you recommend for darker brown girls? Like for
foundation, it depends on,
because the lighter colors won't show up. Some of the lighter colors.
Yeah, well, Pop It is great. The lip suede, Pop It Baby Cheeks, lip suede is phenomenal. Like beautiful colors. Pot de Soleil is the super loaded tinted highlight in like a really rich gold kind of warm shade, and the highlight lit looks really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And you can wear those on your eyes too, the super loaded tinted highlight, you know?
I couldn't believe I just put that. I had no idea I could put this on the baby cheeks.
Yeah, and you can put these guys on your eyes too, you know?
Someone said, what do you recommend for dark circles? Judy Lynn Lawrence asked.
Well, so if you have like a bluish undertone or a brownish undertone, usually it helps with using not such a light colored concealer or foundation, but for, you know, if you have kind of something with an apricot, slightly peachy undertone, and then you can balance it out on top with the actual shade of your face, and also bringing your blush up a little higher can take away the idea of bags under eyes. So that's also another.
Oh my God, that's genius. By the way, do you see any questions that you want to answer? I'm just picking through, but go ahead if you see any that you like.
I just said something. I saw something contouring for fair skin. Biscuit is really great. You know, if you want, the biscuit is a straight up, really nice taupey, beigey color.
Oh, yeah, because you know, I think people want to do contouring, but I think with your products, I would feel more comfortable because they don't ever like, you know, like I think if you're contouring you could get scared, but yours are so like nice that it just blends out.
It's very blendable and not intimidating. What is my next step for Westman Atelier? I mean, hopefully to keep selling. Hopefully, you know,
What's your next product maybe? Do you have another product coming up?
Yeah, we do, but it would be so lame if I said it's exciting. Did I ever work with Beyonce? Yes, I have a bunch of times. She's absolutely lovely and so gorgeous.
Who are you talking about?
Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
I know, like perfect.
Go on with that. Will that blush show up on darker skin like brown Indian? Oh, she's talking about the blush that I'm doing right now?
Doo-doo? Yes, but I would probably suggest either Doo-doo or Pop It.
Uh-huh. Because I think doo-doo, I got doo-doo because you were doing doo-doo on one of your Instagrams. Guys, and also if you want to see Gucci, I mean, I'm sure everyone that's following already follows you, but if some people don't, you got to look at Gucci stuff. She goes on, puts on stuff all the time, and you see the product that you want, and then you see it applied the way you want. I
mean, I'm trying. If you guys have any ideas, please feel free to shoot me some.
Someone, Shabib says, I love the bronze look, but concerned about bringing out melasma area. How do you?
Oh, so you just,
melasma.
What I always like to do is I like to conceal the areas that I don't want to be discolored or red. You know, working with I use my foundation as concealer and foundation. So I like to kind of treat those areas and correct those areas first, and then I add in my color where I want them to be. So if you have melasma, depending on where the melasma is, you know, sometimes it's like a mustachy thing, or it can be like, you know, you kind of just maybe, if it's right here, then you can add a little bit less if it's very difficult to cover. But, you know, something, laser, one day when we're able to maybe go back into the world, laser is so incredible for melasma, because I had some melasma and it's basically pretty much gone. I had like a really nice mustache thing.
Oh, fun stuff. This is a really good question, and this is one I wanted to ask you too. JMC Gilliam says, which product of yours should one start out with? Like if someone just wanted to jump into the Westman Atelier world, like what's the first thing you think that they should buy?
Oof, that's tough. I mean, do you know how much of myself I put in each product? No.
I know. Guys,
I mean, it sort of depends on if you have any needs for skin. I would try maybe with either the highlight, or the super loaded tinted highlight maybe, and put a rosé or put a pesh maybe.
God, I start out with this because I don't know, but I know I'm going to get one of those because I love what you did here, and I think that that's probably what I'm looking for.
It's really pretty on fair skin, and you know, it's super universal, and it just gives you that like little refined finish.
Okay, Gucci, do you have a few more minutes? Should we take a couple more questions and then?
Yeah.
Do you have a recommend? Carpe Diem MCM says, do you have a recommendation on coverage for large pores?
I have large pores. It's so
You do?
annoying. Yeah, I do.
Oh my God, I could never.
So there are products, depending on your kind of philosophy, there are products that are really incredible to use under foundation. And I for many years I used the Clinique pore minimizer, you know, when I was doing makeup on people, or doing makeup on people, and you kind of just use that, and then you go over, you know, you can kind of like, it just smooths everything out. And so that's a really great product. It's yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is a good one. Allison C. Kugel O'Brien says, are your products good for aging skin? I have good skin, but I'm 56.
Yeah, of course they are. They you know, it's like hydrating, and there's so many incredible active skincare ingredients. Yes, absolutely. And they're clean. Oh my God, the mascara. Oh wait, that person who asked what they should start with, maybe the mascara.
What? No, wait, tell me about your mascara. I didn't even know you had mascara.
Oh, it's 97% natural. It's like bestseller. It's like the most amazing formula.
Okay, tell us about everything, because I know it. Sometimes as we get older, we start losing our lashes, or we want to get like false eyelashes.
Well, so I basically wanted to develop a mascara that was super clean, but performed like my favorite mascaras, like Dior and Chanel, and and so I basically told 4 different labs. I said, okay, I want the longest lashes, the blackest lashes, the lushest lashes, the shiniest lashes, no crumbling, no drying, no clumps, no this. They have to be jet black, and I want them to also have this like healing benefit, or I want the formula to have this healing benefit, so it looks after the lashes and helps them grow and all these things. And then I said to the labs, and by the way, here's our blacklist, so good luck.
Yeah.
And they all were like, oh, you know, but one of them actually delivered, because I've been so disappointed in the past using natural mascara. So it's not easy. It's super hard. It took years.
Gucci, you're so amazing. God, I'm even learning some stuff. I should research my guests more.
Yeah, it's the ingredients that you can sometimes see in mascara. You know, you'd be surprised. Ours is so natural. It's so beautiful. We used minerals to create the black. You know, no carbon black or anything. It's
wow. This is amazing what you've done.
Oh, hi, Vanessa.
Vanessa.
I think Reed was on there.
Who?
Vanessa Reed.
I don't know Vanessa Reed. When will the eyeshadows come out? Do you have
I don't know.
Oh, bam! That was the plan. You guys, stay tuned to Gucci. I seriously, when you first came out with your products, I was like, oh my God! I thought like, oh, that's gonna be it. And you're just like, you're like giving the people what they want, like more and more and more. So I just keep watching Westman Atelier, keep watching Gucci's page. You'll find out like all the new products, and then how she's the best source to find out the new products and how to wear them.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. You know, we never launch like a lot of things at a time, and each product takes a very long time to develop. So it's not gonna just like, we're not just pulling things out. We also want to be thoughtful and gain feedback from what people like and need, and sort of create this interaction with our community, you know?
Well, Gucci, I could go, the questions could just keep coming, but we're going to have to wrap up because we're going to get cut off in 6 minutes. Is there anything you can like look at a question? Maybe there's something that you want to say or share, and then I can get into saying my goodbye and thank you to you for taking this time.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is so fun. I should have had my can drink. You know can?
No, what's that?
Oh, I should have. It's perfect for your name of your show. It's awesome.
Was it? Was it about being like high or something? Oh, okay. You got it.
Westman Atelier is like, what are you saying? No, just kidding.
They've been great actually by answering some questions.
Yeah, they'll help. I can't really,
because also we can I think your people will know how to go back and look at the questions and then answer some of those people. I don't know. Gucci, will you ever do a pop-up in a department store? Have you done one before?
Well, we've been with Barney's and now we're with Bergdorf.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just so kind of
oh yeah, Westman Atelier has been answering all that. Okay, let's just get into so like any more like say okay, in my last few minutes, Gucci, do you have any like other tips besides looking beautiful in your makeup for like trying to get yourself in a good mood if you're in a bad mood, if you're feeling scared or anxious, or is there any like you seem zen and obviously you're really naturally kind of, is there any practicing that you do, or do you
Yeah, I mean, for sure, 100%. This is challenging because, you guys, I love my kids, but this remote learning thing is super tough. Mm-hmm. Like just in terms of how to, like our Wi-Fi went out today, and so in the middle of their classes, they're like, oh, and so then it's just tough to kind of manage that part of it. We have 3 kids, and they all have different kind of schedules. And even the little one has her remote learning. It's so cute. But for sure, I have to exercise every day. Otherwise, I lose my mind. So I absolutely, I can't figure that out. Anyways, I have to exercise every day. I meditate. I do TM.
You do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, see, I want to learn TM. You guys, transcendental meditation.
It's a good time to do it now. I'm sure that they're offering online courses. Oh gosh, what a great time! If ever there was a better time to be mindful and meditate, even to get your kids involved. If you can. It's not easy to like convince them, but you definitely have a good little refresh and reset. But exercise, I can wake up in a certain way, and then I can feel so different after I exercise. I've been doing the class Turn to Me.
Okay, I know her. Sure.
Yeah, I love her. I love her energy, and I love how generous she is with her teaching, and I love. And I go for runs here, in the country, and
yeah,
I feel super lucky to have outdoors and be able to get out and walk around, and
I think I've been hearing a lot about meditation. I'm definitely keen on. That's another reason I wanted to like interview all these people that seem like they have something that's going on, and to show people that like a lot of times it does come naturally. A lot of times you have to practice, and something like TM or working out does take practice, but it actually works and it raises your vibe. And the more your vibe is higher for yourself, the more you can give to your family, to your friends, to
yeah, for sure. And trying to have some humor in all of this.
Yeah.
Staying connected to friends, seeing them do you do house party or anything like that?
I don't do it. I'm going to start doing it.
It's fun.
I'm going to do
like
it.
every time I say that to someone, they're like, oh, but we're quarantining. I'm like, come on.
I mean,
get with the like.
Seriously. Lucy asked me to be in one, actually, our mutual friend.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. Anyways, Gucci, we're going to have to say goodbye because we're going to cut off. I just want to thank you so much for taking your time. You've got
thank you.
You're really busy. You're doing your business, and to share with us and give us some great like beauty tips and also like some life tips that we can take away and maybe bring us some more peace.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you, Tracy, for having me. You're awesome, and I love your. It's such a great, idea, and it's much needed now. Some positivity and good vibes, high
Thank
vibes.
you. All right, take care, everyone. Be well, and thanks for tuning in. And
Thank you. Okay.
also
Bye.
repost this in a couple days. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.